Okay. You ready?
Yeah, what are we doing here anyway?
Welcome to The Beautiful Mess, where we start all things messy. I have a very exciting guest today. His name is Sir Ryan Beck, and I haven't seen this good sir in probably 6, 7, 8 years.
Oh man, it's getting there. Yeah, for sure.
I think it might have been, 2014, 2015.
Oh man, it was 2013, wasn't it? 13.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I only did camp for 2 years, 2012 and 2013.
So we have a lot to catch up on.
We sure do, Paul. Yeah, we do.
In light of the messiness of life and, you have the contrast of order and chaos, we're just going to dive into this podcast. And Ryan Beck is not aware that I'm about to give him some rapid fire questions.
Oh boy.
So, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Go for it.
Okay, here we go. Apple or Android?
I hate to say it, but I'm on the Apple ecosystem now. I got the AirPods over Christmas. I've got the iPhone. I'm probably stuck here.
Man, oh man, you did it too. I'm part of the Apple club too. I switched over from Google, but yeah, sad day. Okay. I can't believe I wrote this one, but Steve Jobs or Elon Musk?
I don't really have any opinions about either of them. Elon Musk seems more interesting these days.
Okay, we're going with Elon Musk. Okay, Instagram or Twitter?
Oh, Twitter. I'm not on Instagram at all.
Really? Why?
Mm-mm. Oh man, I don't know. A couple years back, I did kind of like a social media purge. And so I just try to be like really intentional about the social media that I'm on. And I've very slowly developed my philosophy around Twitter. And I know what Instagram is. I'm of this world. I'm not away from it or anything like that. But I have not yet developed like a reason to use Instagram yet. Maybe one day, but I'm not there yet.
That is so interesting. Okay, so real quick, I actually took like a break from social media. I deleted my Facebook, like basically everything. I got off social media. And then now I'm like resurging back into it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had the same concerns that you did. It's just like, there are some issues like using social media. Obviously, it's a time, it's hungry for your time. You are kind of like the resource of it. You're the, what is it? Not the consumer, you're the product, I guess, because they're wanting your time and attention. Anyways, interesting.
Yeah, I think the thing with Instagram is like it's a lot easier to consume or to kind of fall into that consumption, I would say, because there's pictures and videos. That's basically it. Twitter is words, and I think there's a little bit of intentionality that goes into like wanting to read. I could probably like build my like who I follow on Instagram the same way that I do on Twitter to like actually build like a nice like ecosystem for myself. But again, like I'm trying to limit myself as much as I can as it is. So I'm just sticking with Twitter for now. And even Twitter is new for me. I'm still a hatchling. Again, like I deleted my old account that I made like back in 2009. And now I'm sort of like, okay, I can use this again with purpose.
You got rid of the 20,000 followers. Start fresh again.
Right. Yeah. They were all deactivated accounts and bots anyway. So let's be real.
Man, I'm like really intrigued by the fact that you chose Twitter as like your like one. Is it the only social media that you're really in tune with right now?
I have logged into Facebook account, but I'm very purposeful of having no friends on Facebook. I only use it.
So I'm not your friend.
Not on Facebook. No.
We're not FBO.
Nope. The only reason I use Facebook is to take advantage of the marketplace because that's where people are at. So like I'm selling my stuff and I like the idea of selling my things to the community and buying things used. But yeah, I don't use it to scroll or to catch up with people or anything like that. No.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Okay. Paper or digital planner?
Oh boy. It depends. As for planner, my planner is my notes app for sure. And that is digital.
Like the Apple Notes?
No. I use an app called Amplenotes.
Interesting.
In the note-taking space, Amplenote is probably like kind of the indie band of everything. It's not very popular, but there is space for paper, and I do have a paper notebook / wallet that I have on hand all the time that I use.
If you're listening in, you should watch the show so you can get the full experience of seeing Ryan. I mean, like he set up his light and everything. I mean, we went through this whole spiel. I mean, I think honestly, if we didn't even hit record, like it's just worth watching it. So you can watch us on YouTube and Spotify now. So be sure to do that. So you can see Ryan's beautiful little notebook that he has there. He's got like those cool little field note.
I have the field notebook, and I have like the field notebook like leather case that holds my money and my credit cards now. So this is my wallet / cell phone when I'm trying to go without my cell phone.
What? Your cell phone? Explain yourself.
Yeah. So I try. We've already kind of touched on it. As I'm trying to be really intentional about my digital use and my wellness around. So my wellness around digital tools, and so I try to avoid using my cell phone like unless I need it, because it can be so easily like picked up and time can be wasted on it and that sort of thing. So one of my tenets is that I have ideas, I have things that I want to do, but I also don't want to be carrying my phone around. So in place of my phone, I have my notebook, my tiny notebook that fits in my pocket. And so whenever I have like a task or something that I'm thinking about doing, or anything like that, like I jot it down, I capture that thought. And then when I do have time, appropriate time for my phone, I actually have like a to-do list for my phone. Like I'll put the stuff in my notes app, or I'll put the tasks in that I need to do, or quickly get the things done that I said I was going to do, and sort of batch my phone usage that way. That's kind of a relatively new experiment. I'm not like a purist by any means or an expert on that, but that's something that I'm trying out. So just trying to question like whether or not if I need my phone all the time. I'm certainly putting limits on like carrying it around the house, because who needs to call me when I'm at my house? Probably the people that are already at my house, right? So when I go out, I probably can just keep my phone in the car, or that sort of thing. But yeah, for the most part, if I can, this can be the only thing that I carry most days, is sort of the goal that I have, this notebook of mine.
That's pretty amazing. Kudos. I would love to get to that point where I could just carry around a notebook, and that's awesome. Okay. Audiobook or podcast?
Audiobooks. I used to be a podcast junkie.
Really?
Yeah. I've found that I can sit down, or I learn better when I'm like in the ethos of an audiobook, if you will. I think you actually, like in the episode of your podcast that you guys talked about this, but like you can go deeper into ideas from an audiobook, and I tend to just retain the things that I learn more from an audiobook than I do a podcast, because a podcast, there's benefits to a podcast. But if I want to try to seek something out, like financial wellness or a productivity something or another, I'll look for the book first and go for that and learn from that, as opposed to going from a podcast. I have this thing about, oh man, Paul, you're opening my brain here.
I love it.
I have this thing about like when you're subscribed to something, you are beholden to whatever the creator is making, right? And there's some benefits to that. There are some creators that you probably really like aspire to be, or they always have something good or that sort of thing. But when you're scrolling through your news feed, you're not really researching something. You're just in a way trying to be entertained, right? You're gonna consume whatever it is they've made for you that day, right? And that's fine. There's a time and place for that. But I really want to try to turn my attention to like, what are the topics that I'm interested in? And like, as opposed to like finding them on a feed, like seeking them out and doing my research and sort of finding the right book, and then saying, okay, I'm going to deep dive into this and see what I get out of it first. And then, there's an author, there's a creator, that person like made something for me, but I sought out that book, and it's the right book for me at that time of my life or whatever. So that's what I'm sort of bringing in.
Man, you got the whole philosophy of that down. I mean, I hear you. I'm kind of like living between the two worlds of audiobooks and podcasts. I haven't quite found the perfect balance of the two. And I like what you're saying about like what you're subscribed to. I have a tendency of just like subscribing to things. Like maybe there's this one thing of somebody's that are like, oh, that's really cool. So I subscribe. Like, so if you go to my YouTube channel list, it's probably like 200 plus. Mm-hmm. So maybe I need to minimize that.
Yeah, I'm there too. I mean, I'm on Twitter and I'm on YouTube. I subscribe to people as well. But if you're asking me in my preference, I have better reasons to seek out an audiobook than I do like a podcast.
Yeah, I think you're right that like you get a higher quality produced. You know, somebody spent time writing a book. I will say though that I have a preference for audiobooks that are read by the author.
Interesting.
I think that makes a big difference when you hear it directly from
the horse's mouth.
Right?
Right. It's great stuff. Man, I hope the audio syncs so that you get that unison of us talking at the same time.
I could probably do that in post.
Yeah, for sure.
Your last rapid fire question: an item under $100 you love and use every day.
Oh man, I feel like I already talked about it, but I'm gonna go back to my notebook here. Yeah, I mean,
is this the Ryan Beck edition notebook? I mean, like, go to Ryan Beck book.
Check out my affiliate link for field notes. No, it's just a simple little book. Now the leather exterior, that was a Christmas gift. And that kind of elevates it. It's still under $100, I'll say, but yeah, it's a nice little device tool. Helps me disconnect, capture my thoughts, and that's kind of big in what I'm into right now. So
okay, real quick. I didn't write this one down, but small notebooks or large notebooks?
Define large.
Like 8 by 11.
No. There's so much space. Paul, my pockets are only so big. What am I going to do with that notebook?
Okay. So for those that are, okay, if you're not watching, you're going to miss out. But like, this is my planner. I love these planners. This is the Action Day planner, but I'm a big fan of, here we go. So you'll have to watch it to get the full experience.
Yeah, you got the moleskin there.
This is actually the finisher's journal. It's like it's kind of like a moleskin, but so I had been using this, but I missed the large,
big amount of space.
Yeah. So I went back and I think I am a big notebook person. I've tried smaller notebooks. Here's my smaller notebook, and I miss the extra space. So yeah,
I think, Paul, you have just a bigger brain than I do, so you've got more thoughts that come up, and you just need a bigger page to capture it all. I'm a simple guy, so I got the small things. No, I did bullet journaling for a good solid year. I was big on bullet journaling for a while, but the problems with bullet journaling are the reasons why I went to a digital system, but I need to disconnect every once in a while. So that's why I just need to kind of fill in the gaps of my digital system with.
So what were the pain points of having the bullet journal? Because a lot of people I feel like they go in and out of loving bullet journals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the big thing is that just always kind of having it with you. Yeah, I just didn't. So that was the big thing. It's just kind of always carrying it around, and it didn't fit in my pocket or anything. So there's that. It was nice when I was going to work and there was space and time to write things down. And I had a desk and an office. But now my desk and office, I'm always on a computer if I'm doing work. So it's a little bit less friction for me to just kind of go over to my note-taking app and kind of jot whatever I'm thinking about now. And then it's saved and searchable is kind of the big thing for digital note-taking. I really like the intentionality behind bullet journaling because you have to look at every page as a day and really determine is this still worthwhile? And am I going to bring it over into the next day? That's really effective, or just a good practice. And the thing about computers is they never forget. So those barnacle tasks will be there forever until you check the box. But, I have found that I've preferred that to just kind of do a scan of my daily tasks. And I mean, shout out to Amplenote, which is my thing, which kind of helps me like manage all those tasks in a way that in the same way that a bullet journal does, where you kind of have to be intentional about them every year. But Amplenotes is a whole nother thing we can talk about.
We'll have to put your affiliate link in there.
I do have an affiliate link for Amplenotes, actually.
You definitely talk them up pretty well. I mean, it seems like a great resource. I've never heard of it, so I'm excited to check that out. That's interesting. Huh. Mm-hmm. I never thought that, like, you would go from bullet to the digital. It's funny that you say like about transferring the tasks, and then with the digital, you say it just lives there. There was an article, I think in Wired magazine, that talks about like you have a to-do bankruptcy, where basically you eventually, like, you have all these tasks, and that's why people seek out a new tool, is because they eventually get so bogged down by the number of like to-dos in their list that they have to like jump to a new one. Wow. So I don't know, like, have you experienced that, or like with your digital tool, you haven't quite gotten there, or is Ample like, does that take away that issue?
I think Amplenote, I wasn't expecting to talk about Amplenotes today, but I think it does take away that issue. They've got like this daily jots feature that is really nice, where it kind of creates a note for the day. And there's a lot of note-taking apps that do this. But they actually give you like a nice little suggestion box that says, hey, you have 4 undone tasks from yesterday. Do you want to bring them up to today? With the same way you would with a bullet journal. So
that's brilliant.
Yeah. So it like brings it up to today's tasks. And Amplenote's thing is like their whole thing is like this idea funnel, where you're capturing thoughts in your jots. You kind of work them out in your notes. Tasks sort of come out from those notes, and then you can schedule them like on the calendar. And this is all like done in one sort of app. I don't know.
Wow.
So I actually have a nice write-up on my blog about how I use Amplenotes in my daily jots, which kind of goes over all the features of Amplenotes and why it's so great in my in a blog post that I wrote for it.
Hey, let's plug it. Where can people find your like blog, your, I guess, Twitter handle? Where can they find you?
Yeah, for sure. My website is ryanbeck, RYANBECK.co. I don't have many blog posts on there, but I've been actively posting on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is @RYN_BCK. So I know everyone's busy. They don't have time for vowels these days. So I just cut those out to make it easy for everybody. So, at Ryan Beck, feel free to follow me. I like to talk about productivity, note-taking, intentional thinking, digital minimalism, and digital wellness from a perspective of a father of 2, basically.
Man, I love it. I love it so much. Like this is like epic having you on the podcast, because I feel like you are the emblem of the beautiful mess. I mean, you definitely embody the beautiful mess. And we're going to have you on the podcast again, because I think you have a lot to share with the messy fam. And so before we wrap up this episode, I just want to say thank you to all who are listening. I can't tell you how many countries like we have listening to this podcast. It's a growing list. And, Netherlands, Ghana. Thank you all for listening in. It's such a pleasure to have you. And so, like every episode, I like to highlight one person from the Messy fam. So we got this review from Adam M. He says, great podcast, awesome podcast with really helpful advice! ! Thank you so much, Adam. And thanks for being part of the Messy fam. If you want to be part of the Messy fam, be sure to subscribe, follow wherever you listen to podcasts, or YouTube, Spotify. And if you wouldn't mind, leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We'd love to have you in the Messy fam. So thanks so much, Ryan. I really appreciate having you on the podcast, and I hope we can have you on more often.
Yeah, happy to be here, Paul. This is fun.
Until next time, stay messy.
Oh man, I love that theme music that you're playing right now. It's just like going through my head. It's great.